Okay, this is going to be a quick video to show you a program that uses the Python Roman module. So I've created a little test program here called romantest.py, and we'll look at the comments here on the Unix machine that I'm running this on. So it starts out with the pound bang notation. I've done a video about the pound bang notation, but basically it's saying here's the path to Python 3.11 that I want you to use to run this script. And then the first thing I do is I have an import statement that imports my Roman module. Now, the Roman module converts between integers and Roman numerals and vice versa. So here at the top, the four print statements is just kind of nicely outputting what I want the user to do. So I have a blank line, and then I tell them to input decimal values to convert to Roman numerals, and whenever they're done, just simply hit return to end this part of the process. And then what I do is I use the walrus operator here and the embedded input function to prompt the user with -- greater than, and then what I do is that value is returned and assigned to the variable DEC, but that walrus operator also returns the value to be used as the condition within the while loop condition. So what'll happen is as I type things in, those will get interpreted as true, so I will continue through my loop processing numbers for the user. Now then, when I simply hit return, it's going to be the null string, which Python's going to interpret as false, and I will fall out of that loop. Now then, after I fall out of that loop, I print a blank line, and I tell them, okay, now I want you to input Roman numerals to convert to decimal values. And then again, you can hit return to end this process. And then I have a very similar while loop. While they're inputting Roman numerals, those are getting assigned to the variable ROM and then being used as a condition for the while loop condition. And again, when I hit return, that's going to evaluate to false. I'm going to fall out and then print a blank line just to kind of space my output out. So this is what this looks like. Now then, if I run this script, what's going to happen is it's going to tell me to put in decimal values. So I'll put in 10, I'll put in 100, 20, 23, and it's going to do this as long as I type in integers. Now then, let's say those three values are the only three I cared about. I'm going to hit return at the prompt with no input, and it's going to go down to the next loop. So it's going to tell me to put in Roman numerals. So if I put in VII, it's going to tell me that it's 7. If I type in IX, that should be 9, and it's going to do that over and over again until I hit return, which I'll do here in a moment. One thing I meant to point out, up here at the top of the screen, I'm using an F string in both of my prints, and what I'm doing is that I'm giving a field width. So in this case, all my Roman numerals will be outputted in 8 characters. All my integer values will be outputted in 5 character positions, and then that greater than sign is saying I want to right justify them. So if you'll notice here, the end of these numbers all line up, and the end of the Roman numerals all line up, being right justified within the field width I specified in my F string. So I just wanted to point that out. Now I'll hit return and say that I'm done with this process, and it simply gives me the prompt back because I'm at the end of the program. So like I said, super short video to talk about the Roman module.